Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today's video, I want to share something about my journey towards making more than 7,000 US dollars in less than 30 days. And before I tell you the steps I took, I just want to say that the online space, you've heard a lot about making money online. And yes, the online space is a place where you can be able to make a lot of money. That is, if you put effort into it. It's not easy, but it's a journey that is worth pursuing because it's just like any other job. For you to get paid from your job, let's say the 8 to 5 job, you need to go to the office, you need to work, or from wherever the place you're working from, you need to work so that at the end of the month, or at the end of the week, or at the end of the day, you get your pay. The same thing with online space. There are a lot of opportunities out there that can help you to make a lot of money, but now I understand that many people want to go for that quick earnings, or many people are looking for ways that they can be able to generate money online in a very easy and quick manner. This video is not going to explain to you on how you can quickly become rich by working online. It's not one of those videos that will give you information about get rich quick kind of schemes, but I'm going to give you some practical steps which I followed and they worked for me up until I was able to make more than 7,000 US dollars in less than 30 days. Of course, when you look at the online space and the videos and the content that is out there, many people end up sharing the results, but they don't tell you about the journey. Of course, there is a process that is there before you get to a place where you can be able to make money online. And when people show you the results, they don't tell you the process. And the process is much more important than the outcome because it's how you prepare yourself and the steps you take that will lead you to a place where you can be able to see the results of your hard work. In this case, I'm talking about the online space. The opportunities that are there, they're very many to be able to accommodate all of us. But then it also depends on your area of interest, the things that you want to focus on, that is now the niche, and also the talents and the skills that you have. And in my case, how I was able to make more than 7,000 US dollars in 30 days, it's not something that happened overnight. Of course, there was the journey of preparation. There was the journey of developing the skill. There was the journey of looking for the opportunity. And finally, when the opportunity came and I was already prepared with the skill, it was time to execute. And that is the formula I'm going to share with you. Otherwise, I wish there was a way or there was a video I can tell you, watch this video and tomorrow you're going to wake up a millionaire, or you use this formula and in a matter of few days you're going to be rich, you're going to be making a lot of money online. If there was one, I would have been more than happy to share that with you right now, but unfortunately there isn't. And if someone comes telling you that there is this one method, this single method that you can use to make millions within a day, and it's the time you are starting, then I can tell you it doesn't exist because it's handwork. Online space has a lot of opportunities, but it's handwork. You have to keep on working hard. You have to keep on trying. You have to keep on sharpening your skills, updating yourself, learning as much as you can so that you can be able to position yourself at the top of the pyramid. And when the opportunity comes, you'll be able to grab it and you'll be able to execute it. Now, in my case, this money, I made it from developing learning management systems. That is the work I still do today, among many other things I do in the online space, as well as developing online courses. Now, it's not something that I woke up one day and I developed one and I was able to make 7,000 plus US dollars in less than a month. It was a journey. And my journey started when I started developing these interests for e-learning. I knew there was e-learning, but I had not gotten so much interest of developing the skill in a way that I can even get to a place and I monetize the skill. So the first thing is to identify your area. Like in my case, I identify the area that I have interest in. and it was developing learning management systems. And it's not like I'm saying it's only e-learning that can give you money online, or developing courses that can help give you money. There are so many other opportunities, so many other areas, so many other niches that can give you a lot of money. That is if you follow the correct procedure. Now, in my case, once I was able to identify the area I'm interested in, and that was e-learning development as well as online courses development. There is a lot that goes into it, and this can be a topic on its own some other time. So I would urge you, if it's your first time in this space, consider subscribing so that now when I upload more content relating to this topic, you'll not miss out on anything I upload. And I'll be sharing with you some of these tricks that you can apply in the online space, and you can work on your own timing, your own space, wherever you are, and you'll be able to make a lot of money. So what happened with e-learning? I started learning the skill. I started developing. I started implementing. And this I was doing on my own. And it's something that I developed interest in, and I wanted to sharpen my skills in that. If someone approaches me, if a client comes to me and they tell me that, Onesmus, we would like to have a learning management system for our school, for our organization, for our university, for our institution, I would be in a position to give that solution. So I started by researching. I started by practically doing installations. You can do it in your laptop, your desktop, whichever device that you have. You can start to practice it on your own. Not necessarily you have to wait until you get a client, but this is something that you can do. And then once you sharpen the skill, you keep on learning, you gradually move from one step to the other, the different levels of expertise. If you are a beginner, of course, you start as beginner, you learn the skill. So I developed the skill. I started learning about e-learning, the different platforms that are there in the market, the best that I can use to implement to a client, as well as course development. I started learning about developing and authoring courses. Okay, this is a whole field on its own. There is a lot that goes into it. And when I started developing these skills, that time I was not directly making any direct income from that skill, because my main interest, my main goal that time was to just learn the skill, master the skill before I could even get to a place where I am monetizing this skill. The same thing I want to urge you. Once you identify the area of interest, be it web development, graphics design, video editing, content writing, academic writing, all those different fields, there are very many. Once you identify, start by learning, start by developing the skill. And by developing the skill, I mean there are so many tutorials online that can help you learn how to do that thing that you are interested in. And you can learn from beginner to expert. Use as many tutorials as you can, because these resources are available online and they can help you to build that skill in such a way that you can even be able to monetize it. Okay? So that is the first step. So for me, my journey to develop or to have this skill that I could be able to monetize and make money from it, that's from e-learning platform implementation, development, design, and everything, as well as online courses development. It's a journey that took me around 2 years. Okay? And in these 2 years, I was more focused on learning, mastering how to do it. How best can I improve the ones that are existing? How best can I give? What is the best that I can give to the client? That's what I was asking myself in these 2 years. Sometimes you will have to just sacrifice that skill that you have. Do it for free to a client, because you just want to pitch your skill, just want to show the world out there that you can be able to do it. And when I started developing this skill over the duration of 2 years, I made so many implementations. And this time I was working in a certain company where I was in the department where now I was in charge of e-learning development as well as course development. And I did so many implementations to so many clients that I ended up mastering the skill for a span of 2 years. So I took it personal that I want to learn this thing. I want to be better in this thing. I'm going to research. And I focused on e-learning development, LMS development, that is learning management systems, as well as online courses development, the different tools that are available to help me do that kind of job. And once I gained the mastery in a span of 2 years, that is the point now I started thinking, how can I make money from this skill because I have the skill? And up until today, I'm still learning because as things continue to evolve, the skills and the knowledge you had 2 years ago, they're going to be obsolete. I kept learning because I wanted to be in a position that I can monetize this skill and I can be able to make money. So I started looking for clients. And sometimes you may ask, now, how are you going to implement it if you haven't gotten a client? You don't need a client for you to be able to show a portfolio of what you've been doing. You can develop an online course and you say, I'm going to be using this online course to pitch the skill I have to any client that comes my way. If you're a web developer or you aspire to be one, you can develop a website on your own. You have it somewhere accessible. You can These days you can even have free domains. You don't have to register a domain of your own if you don't have the resources right now. There are so many platforms that can help you to even register a free domain, and you can create a free website where you can host that website that you've created as a demo website. In that, when you get a client, you can say to this client, I have a website that I have developed. Have a look at it. I can give you one like this or even better. Okay. If it is something like graphics design, that one which you have already designed, keep it somewhere that you can be able to show your client. And now, in this case, because you are talking about working online, it's very important to make sure that the work that you do is accessible online because you want to sell your skills to the world. Okay. It's not something that, of course, you can also sell by word of mouth, face to face. When you meet, when you network, you can tell people what you do. But in this age, the best way you can be able to tell people what you do is through the online space. So if you have your portfolio, even if it is on your social media accounts, keep posting the works that you do such that when you have a client, you can refer them to a link that they can be able to see what you've been doing and what you can do for them, and that makes your work easier. So what happened in these 2 years, when I was doing all these implementations, it's not like I was getting any direct benefit or I was selling the skill directly to get money from it, but I was working under someone, okay? And during this time, my focus was to gain the skills. And when finally it came the time I felt that I have reached to a level whereby I can monetize this skill on my own as a consultant, I went ahead and started looking for these opportunities. Now, what happens, remember there is competition out there, and the more unique you are, you're going to position yourself in terms of what you can offer, what you can do, and what you've done previously, the more now you're going to stand out. So in this case, remember I have been implementing for 2 years, and I have a record of all the implementations I have done, okay? So when the opportunity came, and there was this organization that was looking for a consultant to develop for them an learning management system, as well as to develop online courses for them, I went and showcased my portfolio of what I have been doing. Remember, I've been doing this for 2 years. So I showed them, this is what I've been doing, and this is what I'm able to do for you. And this is now the tricky part, and I want you to understand this part. You may wonder, if you are to showcase what you've done in the past and maybe you've not gotten even your first client, what do you do? Where are you going to get this reference? The thing is this: when you are learning the skill, when you are mastering the skill, make sure that you have something to show. And that's why I was saying you can even have to register a free domain, host that website there, host that LMS there, host that course there, host those design if you're a graphics designer, that video editing, host it somewhere. Make sure it is somewhere where it is accessible and you can tell a potential client, look at what I've done in the past, and it's gonna help you now to stand out because you are showing what you've already done. And that is what happened for me. I have a list of all these clients I've implemented. I have a list of all these courses I have developed, I have designed. I have a list of all these learning management systems I have done previously, and I showcased to the client, to the organization. I have been doing this for many years, and this is what I'm able to do for you. And that helped me to stand out, okay? The same thing now I'm telling you. You don't have to wait until you get the first client so that now you can start building your portfolio. Build your portfolio. If there is a place you can even be able to give those services for free, give them for free, and then make sure that that client will be your reference point, that you can refer someone. I developed this solution for this client. You can go ask them, and they are going to give a positive review for your work, the work that you've done. For one thing I keep telling people is that in the online space, yes, the opportunities are there, and the best formula I can give you for you to be able to survive and thrive in this space is show more than you tell, okay? It's one thing to tell a potential client, I can develop a website for you. And it's another thing to tell the same client, look at the website I have already developed in the past, and I can give you something like this or even better, okay? So focus on showing what you have done or what you can do other than just telling. That's how you're going to stand out, okay? So back to my story. When I came across this client that was looking for a consultant, I've said that they wanted an LMS, they wanted online courses developed. I showcased my previous work. I showcased my portfolio. And it's something I do up until today, and that was some years back. And you see that now, after showcasing, the process went up until I now got the gig. And it was about around 30 days gig. And of course, the pay was good. It was about 250 USDs per day. Okay, so that was the rate per day. Now, the reason why when you have a strong portfolio, you even be able to bargain the rate or the prices, it's because you can showcase what you've done. It's not like you are guessing you will do it. You are telling your potential client that, look at what I have done. Look at what I will do for you. And I have this. And you're going to have more bargaining power as compared to you just tell them what you are able to do without showing them. The more experience you have, the more the work you've done previously, the stronger the portfolio, the more the bargaining power you're going to have in the marketplace. Because you can show them the list of all the sites you've developed, all the videos you've edited in the past, all the graphics samples that you've designed, all the academic writing you've done, all the things you've done. You just show them. And then when it comes to negotiations, you can be able to negotiate. And always don't fear to say your value. Don't fear to say, to sell the skill, to sell what you can be able to offer to any client, okay? Don't always accept. Maybe you wanted a job, the consultants, maybe you wanted to charge like, let's say, $50 per hour, but the client is offering 10. Don't fear to tell them 10 is too low. I'm charging 50, but I'm willing to give you 30 minimum, okay? Because you know the value of what you're going to give to this client, okay? But now you need a backup, okay? You need backup away from delivery, because you have to deliver. The more you charge, the more the expectations, remember? So if you charge more this client, the more the expectations now that you have to deliver something that is of quality, that is matching the charges, okay? But make sure that you can be able to showcase what you are able to offer, and you are in a position to deliver something that is exceeding the expectations of your client, okay? So I got the job, I got the consultancy, I started with developing the LMS, I went ahead and started developing the online courses. And if you try to calculate with a rate of 250 US dollars per day, in a month, I was able to make more than 7,000 US dollars. Okay. I'm not telling you that it's only e-learning development that can give you this kind of money. I said at the beginning of the video that there are thousands of opportunities in the online space. Just follow your passion. Just follow what you're interested in. The niche that you want to focus on it. But make sure that you are learning, you are developing your skill, you are building a portfolio, and you can be able to show, okay? The key thing is show what you can do, show what you can give more than telling, okay? Don't tell your client, I can be able to do 1, 2, 3. It's good to tell them, but it is even much better to show them what you are able to give. And that will give you an upper hand when it comes to negotiations, standing out from the crowd, and let nobody lie to you that there is one single method that you wake up today or you try it today and tomorrow you are a millionaire. That one doesn't exist. It's hard work, making sure that you are consistent, you are growing. Every day you are becoming 1% better than you were yesterday. That is the formula. There is no shortcut. You just have to work hard. And when I say consistent, it doesn't mean that posting irrelevant things, putting irrelevant things out there on a daily basis just to fulfill the promise to be consistent. It's making sure that you are continually becoming better. Every day you are becoming better. You are getting resources to learn. If you have to enroll for a short course, enroll so that you can sharpen that skill, knowing that once you get to the place where you want to monetize that skill, it's going to make you a lot of money. So just take your time. Don't give up. It's a journey, as I said. You have to start somewhere. You keep growing. You keep enhancing the skill. Then when you get to a level where you feel comfortable that you can be able to deliver, because it's all about results, okay? And making sure that you are building your clientele base, then at that point, you can start monetizing. And when you have the skill and you have the potential to deliver, and you can be able to showcase what you've done in the past, when the opportunity presents itself, you'll be able to seize it and you'll be able to execute and give results. Okay? So that's how my journey was. And I can go on and on and on and produce as many videos as possible in this topic. But this just being the beginning of sharing the story about how I was able to make this money. Within that short duration of time, you too can still make it. I didn't start off knowing everything about e-learning, about LMS development, about course development. It's a skill I learned, okay? But focus on the area that you have interest in. You don't have to follow my route. My interest in e-learning may not work for you. Maybe you have interest in something else. Focus on that thing and make sure that you're developing the skill to a level that you can be able to monetize it. Showcase to the world what you are able to do. The posts that you are having on all your social media accounts, post the skills, post the things that you've done, what you are doing, and you never know. Maybe the next person who is reading that post could be your next client, okay? So use the online space to market your skills and then make sure that you can deliver, because the best marketing strategy would be one happy client referring another happy client and the chain continues. Okay, it makes your work easier as long as you can deliver to meet and exceed their expectations. Okay, so in a nutshell, what I'm saying is this: it is a journey, and you have to be patient. Start somewhere, keep growing, and make sure that every day you are 1% better than you were yesterday. Once you develop that skill, take time to learn from beginner, intermediate to expert level, where you can get to a place where you can even monetize that skill. When it gets to monetization, make sure that the world knows what you are doing or what you are able to do or what you are able to offer. Advertise yourself using your social media platforms. You can have a website. These days, there are very many options for creating a free domain that you can create a simple portfolio, online portfolio that you can showcase the work that you are doing free of charge. And then make sure that you take your time to build a case that can be able to argue on your behalf, in that you show a potential client what you can do for them, other than just telling. When you show, it has more weight. Okay? And then make sure that you bargain because you know your value. Don't just take, when you are beginning, you can take any charge because you just want to build the clientele base, you want to build the portfolio, go slow. I'm not saying that you start off by charging ridiculously high prices because clients will run away to someone else. But I'm saying go slow. Start somewhere, okay? Start somewhere. You can charge a little amount of money at the beginning, and then as you continue building that portfolio, you can continue increasing your rates bit by bit until you get to a level whereby you can be able to command the market and say, if you're not giving me this amount, I cannot take your job and I cannot go below this point. So making money online is real. It happens, and you can make a lot of money only if you take it seriously, you put your mind into it, and then you go through the process without taking a shortcut. That's it, guys, for today. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching this far. There are more videos I'm gonna be making around this topic, so you can support this channel by subscribing. Hit the like button so that this video can reach as many people as possible. If you have questions or comments, just put them in the comment section. Let's interact. Let me hear what you have to say. Let me hear your views, and we'll be able to continue to talk more. Thanks for watching. See you next time.